Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is your very sleepy boy, B3, back with another super duper fun vlog video. So, you guys know I've been writing stuff for a long time. Sorry, I haven't been able to put this down since the unboxing video, which was our last video. Check it out. But. You guys know I've been doing a lot of writing for a while, most of it for like audio dramas and YouTube videos, but I also have some writings that are just that, like writings for the page, you know? And I've decided to start publishing them and also to complete the ones I haven't finished. And I've had like all these ideas for different videos and stuff, but they were never practical. I could never afford to make them. No one would ever make them with me, etc., etc. So I've decided to take a lot of those like video scripts and actually work them into just like ebooks. And I'm going to publish them on Amazon. I already have an author page. It's called Paul Kelly Jr. that's my government name. Don't wear it out. And there's one book up on there right now and one publishing while I'm recording this. I'm looking at its status right now. It says Kindle ebook publishing. You don't need a Kindle device to read these. You can download the Kindle app on your phone or something, or your tablet, and it'll work just as well. I use the Kindle app on my phone all the time. But currently, we have one book called The Funeral Papers, a collection of essays from the funeral industry student. It's just some of my favorite essays that I wrote when I was getting my funeral science and funeral law degree, funeral studies degree. And in my state, the funeral science degree and funeral law degree are just combined into one degree called funeral studies. So that's that. But yeah, the funeral papers is several of those. There's a couple about other funeral writings that I'm like analyzing. There's one about history, and there's two about science. And I end it with the best paper I ever wrote for my degree, which was my tissue gas, a paper about tissue gas, which is very interesting and very common phenomena in the embalming room. And I know many of you probably aren't interested in, so it's just a bunch of nonfiction depressing death stuff. Yeah, you kind of have to already be a funeral person to really care about that one. But I am publishing one that's more the speed of the general audience, called Clockwork and Lady in the Fog, a pairing of rural horror short stories. So, Clockwork and Lady in the Fog have actually been published before as works as audio dramas, or more like just short little audio things, episodes. They're audio episodes on a show. And this is them actually being collected in, not in print because it's an ebook, but on the page for the first time, which is fun, which is super fun. Clockwork is about a guy who goes to repair an isolated rural clock tower because it's like a historical landmark, so the town is like repairing it and stuff. But there's a big tragedy there, and that tragedy is affecting him, and there's kind of something supernatural going on. And it's actually one of my favorite short stories I've ever written, just because the monster in it is one of the favorite monsters I've ever made, which is very fun. And Lady in the Fog is actually a story I wrote based on my real life ghost encounter, assuming it was a ghost, and not just some trick of the eye, you know. But those two short stories are paired together in one work. The Funeral Papers is $2.99. pretty affordable. And then Clockwork and Lady in the Fog is $1.99. Very cheap books. And I have several more things on the way. I have some like old hard drives that I want to dig out and maybe get some of my old writings off them. And then, as I said, there are a bunch of like video scripts that I want to rework into more traditional writings. There's actually some ideas I've had recently that I think would be very good. I might make some of my Call of Cthulhu campaign stuff into books. That could be very interesting. Because it costs me nothing to publish them on here, etc. It's really no risk. The only thing you can waste is time. But yeah, I have a dino exploitation, like dinosaur-y book that I want to do. My tokusatsu story, Subject Pink, that I started forever ago and never finished. I'm going to start that back up again. Because school just got in the way of that. School just got in the way of Subject Pink. But now that I'm not really doing that, I can restart Subject Pink again. I kind of forgot Subject Pink existed. But I'll get back on it, son. I will get back on Subject Pink. Yeah, that's it. Right now, there are only 2 books out. Clockwork and Lady in the Fog, which is horror short stories, like folk, rural horror. And then The Funeral Papers, which is a collection of essays on funeral studies. So if you're interested in either of those things, definitely check them out. Once again, these were things that I just kind of had to reformat and put together that I'd already written a while back. But some newer, more intricate, longer works are on the way. And I really hope you all enjoy what I have to bring. I'm going to be doing a lot of horror, a lot of monsters, and a lot of tokusatsu. Also, the short film series that I started to make. I'm actually 2 short films into it, both award-winning, by the way. And even though the first 2 films in the series were award-winning, I can't get the funding for the third one, and all my actors dropped out of it because we couldn't get it off the ground. But production was supposed to start like right when COVID first hit, which was a problem. I'm just going to make that series into books now. And then, if I can get the money for them, I still want to make them short films. But those will be comedies, like parodies of horror and sci-fi. So that's it. If you want the link, it's in my link tree, which is in the description of every video that comes out now. But it's also... I'm just going to put a regular link in the description below this video to my author page. That's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all next time.